is we have the foreigner on the periphery. Imagine living 800 years, but the catch? You have to work or die. Welcome to a world where humans, elves, orcs, dragons, and aliens all collide. Our MC, a genius supernatural investigator, OP from day one, who has been hiding in the shadows for centuries. Forget the usual dungeon grind. This manhwa mixes alien conspiracies, supernatural cases, and a brutal world that never sleeps. Every case solved peels back layers of a complex, living world with top-tier art and storytelling. If you want an OPMC with brains, badass skills, and a setting unlike anything you have seen, the foreigner on the periphery is a goldmine waiting to be discovered.
Dungeons and Artifacts. In this manhwa, we meet Stetch Atelier, an explorer hired by a devious prince to guide him through a deadly dungeon. But in a shocking twist, the prince tricks Stetch into triggering a fatal curse. Just when all hope seems lost, Stetch is resurrected by a sentient artifact that makes him an offer he can't refuse. Help it grow stronger and it will aid his quest for vengeance. From there, Stetch embarks on an epic journey raiding dungeons, slaying monsters, and slowly amassing power. Every beast he defeats allows the artifact to absorb their mana, making Stetch an ever-growing threat hellbent on payback. Set in a richly crafted world of human kingdoms, elves, dwarves, and dungeons housing powerful artifacts, Dungeons and Artifacts is a masterclass in classic fantasy world building. The well-paced story and fleshed-out characters will keep you hooked throughout Stetch's meteoric rise.
Tomb Raider King. One day, mysterious tombs starts popping up all over the world, and each one contained a relic that granted its owner some serious supernatural abilities. Our MC, Joo Hyun-soo. He is a tomb explorer, an excavator, and a straight-up raider. But after getting betrayed by his employers, this guy is about to bite the dust, until he somehow finds himself 15 years in the past before any of these crazy tombs even showed up. Now, Joo Hyun is driven by revenge, and he's determined to use his future knowledge to become the ultimate Tomb Raider King. Number 3. I grow stronger by eating. Mr. Kim, or as he's known in this crazy world, Pet Shop. This guy's got the ultimate superpower, the ability to absorb the skills and abilities of any creatures he eats. And let me tell you, when he gets transported to this magical realm full of orcs, trolls, and all sorts of wild monsters, he's gonna be putting that power to the test. Pet Shop is determined to become the most powerful being in this new world, and he's gonna do it one bite at a time. Imagine the possibilities. He could gain the strength of a rampaging orc, the agility of a nimble troll, and even the magical prowess of an ancient dragon. This dude is a walking, talking bestiary, and he's not afraid to chow down to get exactly what he needs. Now, the writing in I Grow Stronger by Eating might not be the most polished, but trust me, the premise is so unique, and the way Pet Shop uses his abilities is just flat out entertaining. You're gonna be on the edge of a seat wondering what crazy new skill he's gonna pick up next. So, if you're in the mood for an isekai adventure with a protagonist who's not afraid to get a little messy, then I Grow Stronger by Eating is definitely the manhwa for you.
Quest Supremacy. Suyeon is just your average gaming geek, getting constantly bullied by his cruel classmates. Next, he starts getting a real-life video game system offering him quests to complete for special rewards and power-ups. So now, we've got this former punching bag suddenly leveling up with insane skills, partying up with teammates? You know it, it's like the ultimate power fantasy brought to vivid life. The art style is an absolute banger, perfectly capturing every kinetic fight scene and absurd character design. And let me tell you, the cast of colorful personalities is on point. With addictive gameplay hooks, jaw-dropping visuals, and non-stop laughs, Quest Supremacy is an absolute must-read for any fan of fresh fantasy premises and refreshingly offbeat humor.
Viral hit. A scrawny high school kid named Harbin Yo becomes a YouTube sensation by beating up bullies. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what happens in this awesome manhwa. Harbin starts following advice from a mysterious YouTube channel and suddenly finds himself knocking out guys way stronger than him. And the best part, he's making tons of money doing it. But it's not all fun and games. As Harbin's fame grows, so do the challenges he faces. He's got to deal with tougher opponents, shady characters, and even some personal struggles. Viral Hit is a roller coaster of emotions that will keep you hooked until the very end. With its lovable characters, intense fights, and heartfelt moments, this manhwa is a must-read for anyone who loves a good underdog story. Returner's magic should be special. The story follows Desir Herman, one of the last surviving mages in the world ravaged by deadly shadow realms. After making one final, doomed stand to save humanity, Desir suddenly wakes up back at the start of his high school days. He's been given a second chance to change the course of history, to save the loved ones he lost and unite the warriors who will be key to defeating the Shadow Realms. What sets this manhwa apart is its focus on Desir's weaknesses. Unlike your typical overpowered protagonist, Desir knows he can't just brute force his way to victory. Instead, he has to rely on his wits, strategy, and the bonds he builds with his allies. It's a refreshing take on the return to the past genre, and it'll keep you hooked from the start to finish. The Archmage returns after 4,000 years. Can you imagine being the greatest Archmage in the world and then having a demigod take away your sanity for 4 millennia? That's what happened to Lucas Stroman. Except now he's returned in the feeble body of Frey Blake, a student at a school for magic. Magic hasn't changed much, but still works like Lucas remembers. He suspects that the demigod might be involved somehow, and he's determined to become stronger than ever and get his revenge. Just be warned, there is this girl who won't leave him alone whenever he does something cool. Will she help him or just get on his nerves? You will have to read this manhwa to find out.
Leviathan. Set in a post-apocalyptic world plagued by monstrous sea creatures, Leviathan follows a young nomad's coming-of-age journey across the perilous oceans. With its stellar world-building, high-stakes action, and stellar cast of characters, this manhwa had me hooked from the first chapter. The crisp, detailed art immerses you on the deck of the nomad's dilapidated ship, braving deadly storms and Leviathan attacks. For readers craving thrilling seafaring adventure mixed with emotional growth, I rate this underrated gem a perfect 10 out of 10. Check out Leviathan if you want a gripping manhwa with jaw-dropping visuals and non-stop excitement.
Claiming the #1 spot on our list is the none other than the sensationally powerful and popular manhwa Solo Leveling. This action-packed comic follows the weakest hunter, Sung Ji-wo, as he discovers a hidden dungeon and seizes the opportunity to turn his life around. With its expectational art and captivating leveling up storyline, Solo Leveling has become a modern classic. Sung Jin-woo starts off pathetically weak, constantly looked down upon by superior hunters, but through completing dungeon quests, he unlocks unimaginable power that allows him to evolve far beyond anyone else. If you love zero-to-hero stories with jaw-dropping art and immensely satisfying progression, Solo Leveling is unmissable. Watch the underdog protagonist render the competition speechless as he rises to become the most overpowered hunter around. Solo Leveling absolutely deserves its worldwide hype and #1 ranking.